building a $50 million company. We're at 24 million.
Absolutely insane.
We are one of the fastest growing apps on the Shopify App Store.
It's called Atlas.
Absolutely crazy. It's Monday morning. It has been a while since I've posted on YouTube, but over the last year, myself and a couple of our partners have been building a huge SaaS company called Atlas. It's an AI store builder on the Shopify App Store. We took this company from literally nothing, roughly about 6 months ago, to over 7 figures in ARR. And I want to document the entire process. I want to show you guys what we've been up to, the entire journey, what really goes into building a potential $50 million company, fully bootstrapped, didn't raise any money, but it is Monday morning. So we do a few meetings every Monday. We do one exec meeting with myself, Sebastian, and Tucker, and really the co-founders. And then we do a hands-on team meeting with the entire team. And then we have a development meeting. So we're gonna knock that out. Then we're gonna go over really kind of like the tasks, the priorities here this week. But we'll dive into all the numbers here in a little bit and let's get to work.
Crazy number. Like that is just not like absolutely insane. And if we can just reduce the turn, it's game over.
So for those of you who don't know what Atlas AI is an AI store builder on the Shopify App Store. So basically all you need to do is copy and paste a product link and we generate your entire store, every single page, homepage, product page, FAQs, everything. Write all the copy, pull the product photos, analyze the description, study an ICP, and literally build your entire store. So pages, copy, everything. And we do it all through our own custom Atlas premium theme on Shopify, which is really cool. And so that is what Atlas is. We also now do AI bundles. So AI will actually create bundle offers and you can go in and manually do it yourself too if you want to. We also have AI product photos, which is huge. So you can actually just train a model on some photos of your product and then generate high quality product photos with a single prompt. So that is the basics of what Atlas is. And yeah, I think right now we are one of the fastest growing apps on the Shopify App Store, which is crazy, honestly, to even think about. And especially for myself, coming from a dropshipping background as well, building a store was the biggest pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie. Just the amount of time that you had to take into doing that. So the fact that now you're able to build stores in a minute is absolutely crazy. All right, just finished the podcast with Adam Griffin. Honestly, very valuable, very insightful, very cool kind of seeing someone else's perspective, especially in their e-commerce journey. Everyone does things a little different or has a different story or timeline or journey. And then even with dropshipping, for example, different methods, different strategies, tactics, and how they sell, how they market. So really cool. Besides that, I think I'm gonna go hit the cold plunge right now, reset a little bit. Obviously, talking to people, I'm not an extroverted individual, so talking to people is kind of draining for me. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Ready to hit the cold?
Why? It's too cold.
Sick of the feeling of missing your touch. Yesterday it was all good.
Atlas for the win.
You want a time
Fuck that, dude. I'm already cold. Monster day.
Yeah. We still got 2 hours left, so.
It's not too bad. Hey, Melody, you want to say hi? Yeah? All right, guys. This is Tucker over here. He's a CTO of Atlas. So Tucker used to work for me at the development agency. He used to run the show over there. So we've been in the SaaS game for quite some time, and Tucker's been in the development space for a while as well. So he's overseeing development, new features, bugs, customer support, stuff like that. Prior to Tucker even coming on, I was originally the one working on the development side of things with Atlas. And then now we have Tucker and I'm moving over towards the marketing side. But yeah, a little story time here. So yeah, it was originally Sebastian Georgiou's idea. He came to me for the development side of things. At the time I was running a development agency with Tucker, and we obviously had the resources and the knowledge to be able to do it. At the time too, nobody built a native AI store builder within Shopify. We started, I would say, about a year ago on development and developing like a strong MVP for the product. Originally, we had no intention of turning it into like a monthly subscription or anything too, which was crazy. Like if you guys knew about Atlas early on, it was actually called dropshipped. We were just charging per store, which was weird. Honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why we did that, but it was a learning experience. Since then, we've made substantial improvements to the product. Originally, there was quite a bit of like R&D involved to get Atlas to the point where it is now. But yeah, things have worked out great. So I get this question quite a bit, and it's like, as an entrepreneur, you're spending, countless amount of hours. You wake up every day, you get on your laptop, you're spending 10 plus hours just working. And it's like, what do you do to kind of get your mind off of things? You got to enjoy life. You got to have some fun. And for different people, it's different things. And for me, my vice is this monster right here. This is my racing simulator. It's pretty sick. I've got two of these things actually. I have one in my office, which you probably already seen a little earlier in the video. The one in my office is more just for friends, I guess. It's just a little easier to use. And then this thing is an absolute monster. I'll throw up a little clip here. But yeah, this is my vice, you know. I think it's pretty cool. Some people think it's pretty nerdy, but pretty sick. All right, so what we're doing right now is we are launching some new ad creatives. We've been trying to scale ads over the last roughly about a month. I think in the last 30 days, we've probably spent about 8,000. Just really been trying to fix tracking and get it down pretty accurately. I've never had a problem with ad tracking before, but because it's a Shopify app, it makes it immensely more difficult to actually set up the conversion tracking and attribution tracking correctly. Because what we have to do is actually log it in our database and log the specific events and then send them to Facebook to essentially match the events. So it's been kind of a struggle. And then also with like our free trial being 3 days, it takes about 3 days to actually get the data back that we want. And now we are changing and increasing our free trial to 7 days. So a lot of little issues here and there, but I think we finally dialed in on ad tracking. Either way, we are profitable running ads, which is very nice. We've tested probably 20 different creatives, mostly focused on testing styles. So like high production level creatives, as well as more organic, real style creatives, UGC content, social proof authority, as in taking clips of YouTubers talking about our content, as well as podcasts. What seems to be working actually the best is the UGC, more viral, authentic style of content, not as much like the high professional quality stuff. I think mostly just due to the fact that people are used to seeing more of the organic, raw, doom scrolling type of content. Honestly, one of our best performing ad creatives right now is actually just a podcast clip where it doesn't even really hard sell Atlas. Like there's no call to action or really anything in the ad creative, which is pretty interesting. I think it's just more along the thesis of people don't like being sold to. So kind of selling without selling in more of an informative way. So we've basically taken that one creative and created 3 or 4 different variations of that creative. So we're going to try that and give that a go. One thing really interesting for those of you running ads is things are very different from when I was in the e-commerce space running ads. Right now, it's all CBO campaigns, no targeting at all whatsoever. So one CBO, one ad set, and then like a bunch of creatives. And then you just add creative into that one campaign. You don't want to run multiple campaigns because they seem to just bid against themselves. But ultimately, it's just a creative game. I don't know how much of this I can actually like share here, but yeah, no. Today we've been paying roughly about $10 per trial, $20 today in trial so far. So for 200 spent, not too bad. And then we're gonna ramp this budget up here pretty much daily. Yeah, besides that, that's pretty much an update, at least on the marketing side. There's a lot more to do. We're gonna play around with some AI ad creatives here next. Also, one thing that's kind of unique, just at least how we've been kind of managing and operating our business is all through Discord. So it is, we have like our exec chat. We have all of our different departments and then all the different things that we're kind of working on, design, themes, marketing, and then we have like our actual community itself, where we have users talking, you know, giving advice, giving feedback, feature requests, things that people would want to see. Honestly, the coolest one is Atlas wins, just people actually making money. Like this person did what, $400 in the last 30 days. That's all right. We got one that did $4,500 yesterday, 7,000 yesterday. Honestly, like really cool to see the results. It is a little unorthodox using Discord. I feel like most companies use Slack, but honestly, we found Discord to work extremely well.
Slide out the garage. I got 100 cars just for the underdogs. The teller just asked me how I want to cash it. I told him 100 laws.
About to jump on a meeting with our marketing team. It's our weekly marketing meeting every Wednesday. Basically, we'll just review really what's been done over the last week, some of the tests that we're running, especially on social media, TikTok, Instagram, organic short form content. I think really just in the last 30 days, we've done over like 1.5 million in reach on Instagram alone, and then like another million or so on TikTok. So obviously getting the exposure that we need, but it's a matter of just figuring out what works and then really doubling down on those creative concepts. We've adjusted the free trial. So we've extended the free trial from 3 days to 7 days, mostly due to a couple of reasons. We feel like extending the trial will give people a little bit more time within the app without feeling like they're being rushed to really see the full capabilities of what Atlas can actually do. At the same time too, our churn is higher than we would like it to be. And we feel like by extending the trial, it will reduce churn because a lot of people who may not be using the app get charged and they cancel and then they count towards our churn metric versus the people who actually want to continue using the app. So extending the trial kind of alleviates that a little bit as well. It will be an interesting test. There's a few KPIs that we're tracking to see whether or not this is beneficial for us long term. I think right now from conversion to like our conversion from trial to paid is right around like 61%. So I am curious to see what impact it has on the conversion rate itself, which it'll definitely be lower, but will it benefit the other metrics that we're looking at that also have a significant impact on the company, and especially when it comes to acquisition? I don't know how I feel about it. I'm a little bit indifferent, but ultimately that's the name of the game. You test new variables, you come up with a thesis, you try things out. If it doesn't work, we go back to the way things originally were. And if it does work, then we stick to that. A lot of moving parts right now. I think for me, it's just making sure we get all the groundwork done and in place, and then really just prioritizing and focusing on like one, maybe two things to really spend my time focusing on the things that are really going to have an impact for the business long term, rather than just doing a lot. So I think that's been a big learning process for all of us involved. But yeah, gotta get back to work. So if you guys don't know, on Atlas, on the actual app, if you guys can see here, we actually display in real time our user revenue. So right now we're at 24,200,000. So that is how much people have made using Atlas. It's been growing pretty substantially, actually. We're probably growing a little over 2 million a week right now in GMV, as in how much money Atlas users are making using the app, which is freaking awesome. It is really cool. We've got a lot of new features and updates coming really soon that we've been working on for the app. So it's really just this game of constantly improving the actual product in ways that users want. So tracking how users are actually using the app, interacting with the app, and then obviously like their requests and the things that they want to see more of, or specific tools that they use. Like for example, bundles have been huge. Our users absolutely love it. So it's like, okay, we really need to focus on improving those specific parts of our application. Yeah, there's been a lot in the works actually, just on, you know, the future roadmap and what we're building into the app to really make this, I mean, even better than it already is. And we have hands down the best AI store builder on Shopify right now. So, but yeah, there's so many moving parts with SaaS like from customers, customer support, to improving features, product roadmap, marketing channels, influencers, ads. So it really is kind of this endless game, and there's so much more that we can do. Like, we've only barely scratched the surface, and having seen our growth so far, it's like there's definitely a product market fit where we are right now, and it'll only get bigger. So the growth rate in our trajectory will only grow even faster, which is crazy. So that's a quick update.